everybody, my name's Stacy. I'm a friend of Miss Marissa's. I thought I could come by and read a story to you today. Okay? Before I do, I want to make sure you're paying attention. If you can hear Stacy, touch your nose. If you can hear Stacy, touch your ears. Nose, ears, nose, ears. If you can hear Stacy, shh, time to listen. The name of our story is Harold and the Purple Crayon by Crockett Johnson. First, I'm going to read the words, and then I can show you the pictures. So hang on. One evening, after thinking it over for some time, Harold decided to go for a walk in the moonlight. There's Harold, and there's his purple crayon. There wasn't any moon, and Harold needed a moon for a walk in the moonlight, and he needed something to walk on. There's his moon. There's his path. He made a long straight path so he wouldn't get lost, and he set off on his walk, taking his big purple crayon with him. Doom, 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 doom. They're gonna go on a walk. But he didn't seem to be getting anywhere on the long straight path. So he left the path for a shortcut across a field, and the moon went with him. The shortcut led right to where Harold thought a forest ought to be. He didn't want to get lost in the woods, so he made a very small forest with just one tree. It turned out to be an apple tree. The apples were very tasty. Harold thought when they got red. Did Harold use a red crayon to draw the apples? Oh, I thought apples were red. Why would he use purple? Silly Harold. So he put a frightened dragon under the tree to guard the apples. It was terribly frightening dragon. Did I scare you? He's not real. He can't hurt us. It even frightened Harold. He backed away, his hand holding the purple crayon. Shook. Ooh, he was a little scared. I hope he gets away okay. Suddenly he realized what was happening. But then Harold was over his head in an ocean. Oh, golly, he started drawing water because his crayon was so shaky. Ooh. He came up thinking fast, and in no time he was climbing aboard a trim little boat. You can sail on a boat on top of the water. He should be okay then. He quickly set sail, and the moon sailed along with him. Very good. After he had sailed long enough, Harold made land without much trouble. He stepped ashore on the beach, wondering where he was. The sandy beach reminded Harold of picnics, and he thought of picnics made him hungry. So he laid out a nice, simple picnic blanket. That's a great idea. I know we can't all go outside right now to have a picnic, but we can make a picnic here in your houses, put down a blanket on the carpet, and have a little snack with your family. It'll be just like having a picnic outside. There was nothing but pie. But there were all 9 kinds of pies that Harold liked. I wonder what you'd eat at your picnic. Do you like pies? I like pies, especially pizza pies. Those are delicious. When Harold finished his picnic, there was quite a lot left. He hated to see so much food go to waste. So Harold left a very hungry moose and a deserving porcupine to finish it up. And off he went looking for a hill to climb to see where he was. Doop, 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 doop. He's walking again. Harold knew that the higher up he went, the farther he could see, so he decided to make the hill into a mountain. If he went high enough, he thought he could see the window of his bedroom. He was tired and he felt he ought to be getting to bed. He hoped he could see his bedroom window from the top of the mountain. It's getting higher. But as he looked over the other side, he slipped, and there wasn't any other side of the mountain. He was falling in mid-air. Oh, I hope he doesn't get hurt. Whew! Luckily, he kept his wits and his purple crayon. He made a balloon, and he grabbed onto it. Phew! That was close. Good job, Harold. And he made a basket under the big balloon, enough to stand in. He had a fine view from the balloon, but he couldn't see his window. He couldn't even see a house. So he made a house with windows, and he landed the balloon on the grass on the front yard. That's a big house. I wonder what kind of house you live in. Do you live in a house? Do you live in an apartment building? None of his windows were his window. He tried to think where his window ought to be. He made some more windows, and he made a big building full of windows. A lot of windows. He made lots of buildings full of windows. He made a whole city full of windows. Wow, those are really tall buildings. You know what they remind me of? Doesn't it look like JDC's neighborhood? We see lots of buildings around our school. I wonder if any of you live in those buildings. Good question. But none of the windows was his window. He couldn't think where it might be. He's still not sure. Maybe he should ask for some help. He decided to ask a police officer. The policeman pointed the way Harold was going anyway, but Harold thanked him. The policeman couldn't help him, but he thanked him for helping, for trying to help him. Very good, Harold. You're being a good friend. And he walked along with the moon, wishing he was in his room and in his bed. Then suddenly, Harold remembered. He remembered where his bedroom window was. When there was a moon, he was always right around the moon. I think he found it. And then Harold made his bed. He got in it and he drew up the covers. He made it safe and sound. The purple crayon dropped on the floor and Harold dropped off to sleep. The end. There you go. That's my story, Harold and the Purple Crayon. But you know what? I had an idea. Can we draw our own pictures with our own purple crayon? Just so happens I have a piece of paper here. See? Right there. And I don't have a purple crayon at home, but I have a purple magic marker. So if you don't have a purple crayon, that's okay. You can use a purple marker. You can use a purple paint. You could use anything that's purple. Let's try. So first I'm going to open up. I opened up my marker. All right. What should I draw a picture of? Harold drew a picture of his house. Maybe I should draw one myself. Here we go. Draw a big square and a big triangle to make the roof. See? Here's a picture of my house. Harold had windows in his house. I'm going to draw my windows too. Hold on. I have 2 big windows in the front of my house. See? 2 windows. I'm going to draw a door because my house has a door too. Your picture doesn't have to look like Harold's picture. Your picture doesn't have to look like Stacy's picture. You draw whatever your house looks like. You know what? I think I'm going to draw the people who live in my house. First, I'm going to draw me. I have short hair. So I'm going to draw some short hair on my picture. And I wear glasses. So I'm even going to draw my glasses. And body. There's my self. I also live with my husband, Alan. I'm going to draw him right next to me. Hold on. He has longer hair than I do. Just a little bit longer. And a big happy face because he's happy. A nose, an eye. There's Alan and there's Stacy. We also live with our cat Cleo. I'm going to draw a picture of her on the other side. She has a big, bushy tail. So I'm going to draw one on my picture. There's Cleo. Meow, meow. Okay, my picture is finished. So when I'm done with my marker, I'm going to make sure I close it. Here's the marker, here's the top. Remember, when you're closing markers, make sure you hear that snap. Did you hear it? My marker's closed. My picture's finished. Okay? What would be really great is if when you finish your drawings, you write your name on it and bring it back to school and show Marissa and me when you get back. Okay, now, I hope everybody's keeping safe and washing their hands and doing everything that they can. Okay, bye now.